President Dick Cheney on Capitol Hill today, telling House Republicans Hillary Clinton, quote, should be subpoenaed if necessary on Benghazi. To Town Hall's Guy Benson on the political fallout from all of this. Guy, do you think that this spoils or affects Hillary Clinton's chances in 2016?
Well, Stuart, I think it's very important to point out first and foremost that the hearings yesterday were not about politics. They were not about Hillary Clinton, and they were certainly not about 2016. The Republicans could have showboated and done some grandstanding. They didn't. They asked some focused questions, and as we just heard from the previous guest, got some real new, usable, interesting, relevant information. So the people who were bringing up Hillary Clinton and the politics, and the people still who keep focusing on 2016, are Democrats primarily who accuse Republicans of politicizing the issue, but they themselves are politicizing it. And to look at Benghazi through the lens of 2016, an election that is 3.5 years away, really in many ways is interesting. It suggests that there are not legitimate questions remaining about, for instance, gosh, 8 months later, why have there been no arrests? Why was there such lax security in a very dangerous place prior to the attack? Why were there 2 stand-down orders during the attack from a force that was going to come for reinforcements in Tripoli?
That's all true, Guy. But look, Vice President Cheney, he is a Republican. He's saying she should be subpoenaed. I mean, he's looking straight at the politics of this as well as the facts on the ground in Benghazi.
Absolutely right. I'm not saying that Hillary Clinton or Secretary Clinton shouldn't be subpoenaed. I think there are a number of revelations that came to light yesterday involving her that she needs to answer for. For instance, there were 3 big ones. The first one was we found out from Gregory Hicks that he personally called her at 2 o'clock in the morning during the attack and told her about what was happening, specifically that this was a terrorist attack. He said there was no mention of the YouTube video, which of course made its way into those false talking points within the days that followed. Secondly, we found out that Hillary Clinton, via Eric Nordstrom, who was the chief of security in Libya, he said that the Secretary of State, quote, absolutely was aware of the numerous requests for more security on the ground leading up to the attack, all of which were denied. And finally, back to Mr. Hicks, he got a phone call from Secretary Clinton's chief of staff instructing him not to comply and not to cooperate with congressional investigators. He said that was unprecedented in his 22-year career, and when he refused to comply, he was demoted.
But you know what the public is going to be seeing in the months and years ahead? It is Hillary Clinton saying, who cares? That emotional response, who cares? That is going to be seen widely, and I suspect that will be used in any attempt by Hillary Clinton to run in 2016. That is going to come back, is it not?
Well, Stuart, I think what's interesting as we look at 2016, if we're talking about it, Secretary Clinton has a very high approval rating right now. She was a Secretary of State. She really enjoyed some very good, I guess she was in a lofty perch, and she stayed out of the muck and the mire of everyday politics.
But now she's going to be in it.
Well, now, if her State Department resume, or at least her legacy, is involved with Benghazi, if this becomes the big defining moment of her legacy, that's going to be a problem. And by the way, you might remember in 2008, she came after Barack Obama in the primary with that ad about a 3 a.m. phone call. She had literally a 2 a.m. phone call on this Benghazi situation, and she botched it.
Guy Benson, thank you for joining us, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure.